and then we'll get an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll go ahead and take questions. So, Bernie, go ahead and take it away.
As Richard said, my name is Bernie Olivas. I'm the executive director of the Sun Bowl here with our football chairman. And just started by saying that you don't know how excited we are of the matchup that we have this year. It's a rematch of 2014, which provided a great game. But to have a school that was in the playoffs last year against a conference champion, we couldn't ask for a better matchup. Just for your information, ticket sales are going really well since we made the announcement. So we're expecting a great game, a great crowd, and Coach can't say enough about the fact that we have Arizona State back here against Duke. So with that, I'll just turn it over to John, and we'll get some questions going.
Coach, thank you very much, and the rest of you all that are attending today. We apologize for how long it took yesterday. It was just taken out of our hands, and it wasn't a decision we made to delay it. Promise me. We had Arizona State. We knew that going in, and we just couldn't say anything about the other one because we weren't allowed to. We were put on hold for 2 or 3 hours. So, Coach, thank you so much. I know you got a lot on your plate, especially with what's going on in your family and you. And we appreciate you being here today to spend time with us. And it's good to have the Devils back. As always, that's a pleasure for me, as you could understand.
Thank you. I'm excited. I mean, I've been in this bowl game one time before, and we played Duke. So I'm 2 for 2 facing the Blue Devils in the bowl, and it's a great bowl. I'm excited for it.
We'll go to start with questions. If possible, please turn on your cameras just so we can see a show of hands. And I'll go ahead and go down the pecking order here to see who will go next. So if you can, go ahead and great. So we'll go ahead and start off, if possible, with Chris Cartman.
Kenny, just wanted to ask about that. Is there an update? Yes. And what do you anticipate doing at the quarterback position?
Chris, I couldn't hear your question. I'm sorry.
I was just asking about Sam Leavitt's status.
Oh,
and then how you will handle quarterback for the bowl game.
Yeah. Well, from that perspective, I'm going to leave that to Sam's team, out of respect for him, for how they want to, progress from that. I love Sam. Sam grew so much here, and he really did. And I grew so much learning from Sam, and I wish, whatever his future holds, I wish him nothing but the best. I absolutely want to see him succeed, and I can sleep really well at night knowing that we helped him progress himself along his journey. That is now the craziness of college football. With that, I'm very, very confident that we're going to have a really, really good quarterback at Arizona State. I can say that I'm very, very confident we're going to have a good quarterback at Arizona State.
All right, we'll go ahead and go with Brad and possibly Michelle next. Brad Denny.
Next.
Anyone next?
Come on, Brad.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have my hand raised there, Coach. Sorry. Looking at the extra bowl practice, of course, is a big benefit for these bowl sessions. How do you envision maybe getting some of the younger guys, the guys, for 26, just using this extra time to their benefit, and maybe even getting some playing time against Duke?
Yeah, we're going to get after it in bowl prep. Like I told the guys yesterday, we're going to get absolutely after it. We're going to get a lot of young guy reps. The veterans, the whole goal will be, the guys who have existed eligibility, I should say, the whole goal is going to be to keep them in shape enough that those guys that want to participate in the bowl game, that those guys are in shape enough to when we go into the last 6 days of prep, we'll really hammer in Duke and the game plan just like a normal week. But those first 9 practices before that, it's basically, it's on. We're going to put in things. We're going to practice hard. We're going to practice physical, and we're going to get better.
We'll go to Brett Bloomquist, and then we'll go ahead and go Blake Neiman.
Yeah, hey coach, Brett Bloomquist, El Paso Times. Just kind of the big picture question. What kind of went well for you guys that got you here? What kind of went right for you that led to such a good season?
I think our guys, they battle together and they're close. And in today's era of college football, that's rare and that's hard. And does that mean that, you know, everybody's going to stay together every year and progress forward? No, because everybody's got to do at the end of the day, we've created a mercenary world in college football. You can't be mad by people making individual decisions. You got to support that. And if you really care about somebody, you support those decisions that they feel are best for them. But I think what this team really did was they leaned into one another. And when times got tough, when injuries happened, when, program leaders went down across offense, defense, and all across, I think they really leaned in on each other. And I would say that's probably what got us to this point was just the brotherhood and how close these kids are.
Go Blake Neiman.
Hey Kenny, how's it going? Was just wondering what's your gauge right now on the level of participation you're expecting from regular season starters and guys maybe with exhausted eligibility in playing in this bowl game?
50-50, I would guess. I mean, maybe higher than that. I mean, this is a new era of college football. I think, so for us is I'm going to support whatever our players do, whatever that they deem is best, and I'm going to support that and get behind it. So, we have a lot of seniors, a lot of guys that have been playing. I can say this, these guys that need to get, rest or that need to get, maybe a minor surgery postseason in order to, get ready for the NFL draft and progress. I'm telling those guys like you need to do what you need to do to get your body right for your prep and your future. So it's probably too premature to give you a real number. So I say 50-50 because it's right in the middle. And could be way higher, could be way less, but it's somewhere that's as close of a number as I can get without all the information yet.
Apologies for the mispronunciation, but Had Rabino.
How you doing,
Hi,
Kenny?
Hod. How you doing?
Hi, Kenny. Hodravino, Devil's Digest. Concerning that maybe fine line that you kind of alluded to a second ago of, obviously wanting to play the seniors, but also wanting to know what you have with the younger players, with the players that haven't played that much. Is it kind of a delicate balance to walk as in this game as far as participation wise? Because, I mean, sure, you can learn a lot from practices, spring practices and whatnot from the younger players, what they actually can do, but there's nothing like a game time situation.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to try to win the game. So I don't know if that answers your question, but we're going to try to win the game. Uh, you know, go leading up to it, and yeah, there may be younger guys play, but they're playing to try to win the game. There's going to be. I mean, this is like I said, it's a different time in college athletics, so you don't know what everybody's going to. Going back to Blake's question, you don't really know what that is yet. But I know for one thing that we're going to try to win the game, and we're going to do everything we can to try to win the game. And if those are really young guys on the field and those are guys getting first game day experiences, awesome. Well, let's still try to win the game. Like, I don't want you to play and get experience while losing. I'd rather play and you get experience while winning. And that's going to be the goal.
We'll go Chaz Messman and then Aya or Aya. Sorry for the mispronunciation.
Aya.
Aya.
Hey, Coach, good to see you again. It's been a while now with Fox El Paso. You guys obviously have the whole Texas to Tempe kind of mantra. Jake Fetty, a high-level recruit you guys have from El Paso. So how important would a victory here in the Sun Bowl be for continuing to try and establish that presence in the state of Texas?
Yeah, I think for us, we're going after our 20th win in a 2-year span. And that doesn't happen very often. And, so that's kind of the goal. That's kind of the mission for the football team is to get that 20th win in a 2-year span. In regards to Jake, he's a signee, so I can comment on him. So I'm fired up about him. I can't wait to get him here. He's a phenomenal player, phenomenal person. Family's phenomenal. So I'm just really excited about getting him here and starting to be able to coach him.
We'll go to do Aya.
Hey coach, it's good to see you. It's Aya Abdeen for Devils in Detail. So the last two games, the Sun Devils have had four or more turnovers. Now heading into the Sun Bowl, I'm curious, how does the team look into taking care of the ball as their approach for the game in order to win the game in El Paso?
Yeah, we cannot turn the ball over 4 times. That cannot happen. We cannot turn it over 5 times. We cannot turn it over 6 times. We have to make sure that uh, the ball is a premium. And for the most part in our program, it has been a premium the last, 18 to 20 games up until this last 2 games. So we got to get back to the ball being a premium. It starts with me coaching it, starts with myself emphasizing it. And obviously, the things that I've done emphasizing the ball has not been good enough. And I got to look myself in the mirror and say, what can I do better to help emphasize ball security and the importance, considering it's the number one stat that equates to winning and losing football games. So, we're just going to emphasize it and then hopefully take care of it come game time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and go Paul and then Cam Cox. So first Paul, please.
Hey, Coach. Also, it's Thomas. This is just my father's laptop. Hey, Coach. Thomas Bonvetti, Northeast Valley News. One thing that you just mentioned was a 20th win in 2 seasons, and we've seen such a big growth from the program in such little time. So one thing that I want to ask you is just how do you keep those players, just so mature off the field and on it as well?
Uh, I just try to be themselves. I mean, I wish I had a secret sauce. I don't. Uh, Hopefully, just teach them how to be good. We have 3 rules in our program. Are our kids going to be perfect within those rules? Absolutely not. Am I perfect within the rules? Absolutely not. The rules are be a good person, make good decisions, and have more fun working harder than anybody in the country. Are there going to be times that our kids, aren't good people and I'm not, and I make a poor decision or they make a poor decision? Oh, yeah, that's human nature, right? But the goal is to be as good of a person as much as you can and try to make that who you are, right? Make good decisions. Are we going to make perfect decisions? No. But every single day you should wake up and try to be the best version of yourself and make those good decisions. And then on the days that you're down, try to have a lot of fun, working really hard. So I think we hammer those things out. And we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I think for the most part, over a span of 3 years, our kids have really carried themselves in a way that I'm really proud of.
We'll go Cam Cox, then Jacob Brooks.
Hey, Kenny, hope all is well. It was reported that Sam wasn't at the banquet last night. Can you just clear up why he wasn't there? And then if this is it for Sam at ASU, how will you remember your time with him?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Sam. Like I said, I'm not going to get into our conversation. Sam and I have a really, really good relationship. That's never going to change. When I sign players, when I recruit players, when I coach players, my goal is to help them be successful individually, and hopefully me helping them be successful individually helps them be successful as a team. But Sam's is and will always be my guy. I love that kid. I saw him grow from a dude who, wasn't playing at a prior school to a guy who got to hold a championship up, and then be, hyped for the Heisman, and the guy who was hyped for a first-round pick. I got to be a part of that growth process, and I'm just blessed that I got to be a part of that process. So how will I remember him? I won't have to remember him because I'm always going to stay in contact. I don't need to remember him because I'm going to have a lifelong relationship. So I think, like I said multiple times, and I support our guys when they make the decisions that they think are best for them. At the end of the day, I want people that believe that, and I tell everybody this, that truly believe Arizona State is the best place for themselves and their growth. And I want to help everybody achieve what they want to achieve. And that's at Arizona State, great. If it's not at Arizona State, great. At the end of the day, the adults were the people who started this mess. And now people try to blame the kids. This isn't a kid's problem. Every kid that transfers, every kid that leaves, this isn't a kid problem. There's not even a problem at all if you don't care that people leave. This is an adult's mess, not a kid's mess. And people try to throw these kids into it. And I get it. They make a lot of money now, but, put the blame on me. I got to do more, to continue that. But This is an adult's problem, not a kid's problem. I have nothing but love for Sam. I want to see him succeed. I'll help him in any way I can in whatever his next chapter of life is.
Jacob?
Hey, coach. So you mentioned earlier that your mindset when it comes to playing young players in this game is that you're still looking to win. Given the situation surrounding Sam Leavitt, is Jeff Sims going to be your starter in this game? Or do you use this as
100%.
an opportunity to evaluate Cam Dyer?
100%. Now we may have some packages with Kim in there to see him rocking and rolling, but 100%. You know, Jeff Sims as a full-time starter for us is 3-1. That's pretty good. So I got a lot of faith in Jeff. Jeff's worked his butt off here. Yeah, Jeff is going to be our starter.
We'll go Jordan, then we'll go Max.
Hey, Kenny, just kind of digging a little deeper with Jake, what makes him such a good fit for this program as a player and as a person?
One is commitment. He's been committed, you know, the longest, stayed committed through all the people that tried to get him to flip. And the want to be here is really important to me. You got to want to be somewhere. You got to be where your feet are. And I think he's going to be where his feet are when he gets here. On top of that, his mindset, he's an unbelievable leader. His team, you know, when he walks into a room, you know, he's the leader of the group. People swarmed to him on his official visit. The players swarmed to him. He was the center point of it, one of the center points of it. Then you look at his athleticism and his talent, and that speaks for itself, you know, but and then his character, who he is as a person, his work ethic, all that stuff, how he was raised. So there's so many things that lead me to believe that I have so much faith in him in the future, just because of who he is as a person.
And we'll do two more after Max.
Good afternoon, Kenny. Hope you're doing well after the long week and all the meetings and that sort of thing. Wanted to address comments you made that were circulating around social media last night at the banquet. You were very emotional discussing the type of players not only you want at your program, how you want them to be, you know, brought out the mud, necessarily play. I believe that was the quote that you said, players that, you know, want to strive hard, necessarily just, you know, want to go at every single hard opportunity in the hardest way possible and don't want to find the easy route, and how there's a easy distinction between those two kinds of individuals. For you, how satisfying is it for you to have maybe all of these guys dedicate to play in this bowl game in an era where teams are maybe dropping out of this kind of an opportunity in 2025, and fans could look at this kind of a game and not necessarily seek out the importance of wanting to finish out a season?
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned about that piece. You know, that messaging was about our seniors and about how 23 of those seniors played on a team that won 3 games. And that graduating class went from winning 3 games, or that group of seniors, 23 of them went from winning 3 games to winning a Big 12 championship, to playing in the whatever it's called, the playoff, and then to having a chance to have an unbelievable good year. And, you know, we fell a little short a few times, but that senior class was a class that came here with no foundation. It came here when we were in the mud. And they all were players that got it out the mud. And the emotion behind it was that what they taught me was getting guys that have a get it out the mud mentality, getting guys that are so driven to be successful internally, not externally, that don't care about the optics, that just want to work and grind, will forever be a model that we emulate. And they taught me that as a head coach. And for that, you know, I'll never forget them for teaching me that lesson of, you know, you can go get fancy toys and shiny toys, but guys who get it out the mud and grind every single day for everything they deserve will be a recipe to win. That was the emotion behind it. It had nothing to do with a player, had nothing to do with anything other than that's the mark that team left on me. That's the mark those seniors left on me.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll go Kevin, Colin, and then we'll have a closing statement over here on our end. So Kevin.
Hey, Coach. Kevin Hicks, ASU on SI. I just wanted to ask you what you see in Darian Mensah. Obviously, he is one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, very dynamic. What kind of challenge does he present you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched one bit of film. I could tell you as a fan, I saw him win the championship. So that's pretty good. He's a back-to-back champion. So I think he's a winner. To be able to give you like a scouting report on him yet, I don't think that would do him justice. He is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and he's won a lot at different places. So I don't want to give a scouting report yet. Like I said, I don't think that'd do him justice. I just know he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and he wins a lot. And that's usually the most important part of a quarterback is winning.
We'll go Colin and then closing statements.
Hey, Kenny. Obviously, we saw Manny pushing for Duke to be included in the college football playoff, like every coach on the bubble was rightly doing for their teams. I'm just curious. You guys were obviously in the inaugural 12 team. You saw the format change from last year to this year. What do you make from your perspective of the? I know you don't like the rankings, but just the rankings show the committee. The format, the teams that were included, and kind of where we're at in this, as you put it, new age in college football.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right answer. I could give you an answer, and it's going to be a wrong answer still, right? There is no right answer here. We've created a mess, point blank. The whole industry is a mess, right? The only thing that's not a mess is the dollar signs. Those are still pointing up. Everything else is a mess. The dollar sign, the business of it, that's skyrocketing. Everything else is a mess. That's just being transparent and honest. There's not, other than the ratings, the dollars, the money involved, it's a mess. Yeah. So this is just another piece of the mess.
We'll have a closing statement from Executive Director Bernie Olivas.
Coach, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with the media, and I'd like to thank the media for joining in as well. Our job is going to be to give your players one of the most memorable experiences they've ever had while they're in college, and I'll tell you, we've got the reputation of being very good at that, along with the media. So, Coach, we look very much forward to having you come to El Paso. We will treat your kids the way they've never been treated before, and we look forward to a fantastic matchup between you and the Duke Blue Devils, Coach. See you soon.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Coach, it is absolutely a pleasure, especially being an alum of ASU, to hear you talk and have the attitude you have about college football and where it is. Obviously, it's come a long way since I was there, but we're looking so forward to having you here, and hopefully you and your family will be able to attend and have a great time and enjoy El Paso and treat it like it is going to treat you, and that's going to be wonderful. Thanks again, Coach, for taking the time, and look forward to visiting with you soon.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Coach.